Yo, 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 what is up, people? Come and talk to me. I really want to know you. Come talk to me. Why won't nobody talk to me? Oh, shoot, I messed up. Did I mess that up? Uh-oh. Let's see. Uh-oh. Are we live? Are we live? I think we are live. Cool. Let's see who pops up in the chat. There we go. Ivy Vaughn, Raw ENT, Sonic Dope Seller, Casey J, Wedgie. Is it Wedgie or is it Weggy? I'm gonna call it Wedgie, bro. You Wedgie out here giving a Kurt Edmondson, what's up? Zenas Hobson, what's up? Oh man, I appreciate it, Ivy. That last video was definitely interesting. I hadn't really talked about that kind of stuff too much or went in deep telling people that story. What's going on? Moxes, what's good, bro? K Daisy, what's up? Bow. Vivid J, Very Joke, man. So many of y'all in here. All right, man. Let's talk. Let's have a nice, quick little conversation. Maybe give it a little 20 minutes. I might end up going over. Just if y'all got questions first, though, definitely because of yesterday, like as so many of you guys know, I have brandmannetwork.com. So if you guys want to answer any questions, maybe you want to ask any questions about that, let me know for sure. I definitely want to talk more about that. And the inspiration for it, where some things might be going. But really, first and foremost, it's definitely a platform where I can get a lot closer to you guys, answer these questions, and provide resources on whatever your specific situation is. Anybody who's been in a live brand session, they know what's up when it comes to the value of really being in a group and how we can really just cut up that brand, open it up, see what's inside, tie it back together real nice. We're very surgical about how I approach the brands once I'm able to actually sit with you guys. So I'm excited for that because I'm gonna be doing a lot of that in Brandman Network. I get to, answering IG messages, them DMs where I don't really understand what's going on, but it's a general question. Found you yesterday, Lil Mike. Bruh, appreciate you, dog. Found me yesterday. Now we talking live. That's probably the quickest turnaround on a shout out that anybody's ever got from me. Less than 24 hours we talking. The subscribe button on your channel is worth millions, brother, but it's free to us. That's dope. I love watching your videos. Pal, hey, I see pals. This is an actual legit argument at one point, a debate on my channel earlier on, whether it's pow or bow. I say bow, but I'm not gonna lie. There's been a few times where I said pow, and I just like, F it. We're gonna keep rolling with it. Why are your condoms so baggy? Why are my condoms so baggy, bro? I don't know, man. I guess I'm not blessed like others, dog. I guess I don't have a blessing. United Masters has their CRM available, Superphone. Yeah, man. All I can say about that is, Superphone's been around for a good minute. It's an amazing idea of what they're doing. It was inevitable that more and more people were going to get into that market space. That's all I'll say about that. What else do I see? Tuma, you asked about consultations. What about consultations? If you're talking about the Brandman Network, there's definitely going to be a lot of consultations within the network. I'm not going to be doing my price, honestly, is going way up as far as the one-on-one consultations. Very, very soon. Was supposed to already happen, but I was just focused on a lot of other stuff. But once I get a chance to change that number on the website, it's going to be what it is. But so the best way to get in contact with me probably will be through the network once that's happened. It's bow. I've been received. Yeah, it's bow. It's bow. I don't pow. But once again, I've probably had like 4 out of hundreds of videos, there's probably been a good 4 or 5 times I might have actually said pal. We see, was hoping Brandman would see the dude's condom comment. I wish everybody a great time with this legend, and thanks, Sean, for great content. No problem. Good night and God bless y'all. Hey, wherever you at, dog. I'm glad it's not night where I am. There with sounds like German or in Belgium, like somewhere in that area. Appreciate it, Scotty. Moxes. I'm thinking, hey, Moxes, bro, we need you in the Brandman network for sure. So let me tell you guys something. Like at the end of the day, one thing that's going to happen is it's going to help filter for a higher quality of people for you guys to even be in contact with, right? Only a certain people who are a certain space in their mindset and their career are going to invest a certain amount of money, especially to be consistently in an environment like that. So just overall, you're putting, I know a lot of you guys, some people don't have trouble like Mox, you do your thing, bro. But I know a lot of you guys are in spaces where it's just hard to find other people who are taking it seriously and have good ideas. That part is invaluable, man. Academics TV, man. I remember you dropped this. You were in my last live, bro. I appreciate you showing up consistently. Is it Academics TV, by the way? I wonder is that one of the fake Academics accounts, man? Academics has so many of them fake accounts running around. Let's see. It's Superphone. Oh, dang. That's that backload. Mr. Rah, is Superphone good for artists just starting to build fans? No. And what I mean by no, I got to say that better. It's not necessarily good for your budget. If you have the money at the beginning, I say do it. It's about $20 a month. And it's like, I'm about to get Superphone again. Like I was like, the only reason I stopped having Superphone for a minute was because they didn't have Android and I got Apple. None of y'all don't start hating on me or nothing like that, but got Android. So I was like, it's not working as good with my UX having to do it from a computer. But I definitely think Superphone is worth it. But if you don't have the budget to do it, you can use other ways to build your fan base in the beginning. That's more so to optimize your fan base or maximize the revenue or connection that you build with your fan base. It seemed like you got glossed over, like you glossed over 2 copyright violations. That's a big deal, man. You're going to do it more. I thought about like when one of them happened, I was like, bruh, am I going to do like a whole PR-ish about this? And I wasn't in space to do it. I still might like just talk about it a little bit more though and get it out there. Like one video is utterly ridiculous. It was Tuco. Tuco was just talking. Whole video, no music in the video, nothing. Like literally how I'm talking to you guys right now. He was just talking, giving information, copyright block. Like, whoa, I don't understand. So like stupid stuff like that is like, bro, why I can't really create logic for why I'm going to be on somebody else's platform when I can own my own and at least dictate things there. And then I could deal with your rules when I'm on your playing field, but I need to have some space that I could control. Simply that. The other one, I can't remember what the other one is for right now. I think it was something. It was just one of those experimental videos. And I was referring, because this happened more than once. The thing about these 2 copyrights are they happen in a shorter period of time, and then it's like, dang, all I need is one more, and I'm not about to live on the edge. Like, oh, am I gonna get another strike? But I remember having some back in the beginning where it's like I'm just referencing the video, and all I'm doing is I'm talking about the video. I'm not trying to make money off of it. I'm literally giving you publicity, trying to tell people about this video that you have, and it's only playing 10 seconds of it. But that is what it is. I'll tell you this. This is an interesting thing. A friend of mine actually is just going through, got off of the phone with him like 2 hours ago. There's an artist, and he does a reaction channel too. They did a reaction of this artist's song. YouTube blocked it, hit him with a copyright claim, all that. Whatever. They just take it on the chin, whatever is messed up, blah, blah, blah. literally the next day, he's just going through the email for the channel, and somebody from that artist team is actually reaching out to them, asking them to do a reaction on the song. And they're like, bro, we already did a reaction to that song. Y'all blocked it, or whoever's over it blocked it. So like it's more so the system. They have this automated system. It's not like a lot of people are really looking at it and using human context and nuance with it. It's really just, so it's stupid. There's gonna be a lot of error. There's no nuance to the system, and I don't like that. Lyrics are coming back around. YBN Corday. I think lyrics are already back. Honestly, I say they are already back. Jordan Taylor Hill. I recently got a cover for a local artist magazine, and I'm wondering how should I leverage it. I mean, you just got to post that. You can use it for branding. It's not going to bring you too many fans. I doubt the magazine has that many fans, but you can post it. You can run that as an ad just to show that you are getting that coverage, and you can put it in other places, like other pages. It's more going to be a branding PR thing than a artist building thing. So I'm plugged in the email list. Thanks, and keep being a blessing. Appreciate it, Tuma. I started with mine, and he let me run with it after his channel after I reached out. That's dope, academics. Nah. I know you didn't work for him. That's dope, bro. Let me scroll up, see if I missed a few comments, questions, or something like that. Don Mitchell, the future. I mean, the future is Brandman Network, man. The future is Brandman Network, to be real. So anything about that, I'm going to answer for sure. 12:30 a.m. in Belgium now. I know you had to be in Belgium or something, but you ain't supposed to be here. I thought you got off already. Appreciate it, Moxes. For real. Hey, and I'm gonna let y'all know there's gonna be a lot of building, so things will change fast, and it's gonna constantly improve really quickly. Just in the same way you see the quality of my channel videos improve and things like that. So it's for the real ones. I'm building a team of the real ones, trying to see who y'all are, trying to connect. It's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be getting results. Yes, I do have a Discord. I definitely have a Discord for Brandman Network. I don't play video games or anything like that, unfortunately, or fortunately, actually. But my Discord is actually the Brandman Network. Not even trying to sound like I'm just keep plugging my stuff, but I am gonna plug my stuff because I signed myself. I was an artist. I was a YouTube artist, and I signed myself to my own label. That's what's happening right now. I've been watching your videos for a long time, but this is the first live I came across. This is my second live by myself, I think. Then I did a few lives. I've only done 4 lives out of all these years. D Wood, scams out here. Glad you asked about scams, because Brandman Network has a scam watch. Bro, I would keep throwing that shit at y'all. Y'all better get used to that. I have a group I'm managing that is picking up steam. What's the best way to get in contact with A&Rs? I wouldn't even be trying to get in contact with A&Rs, honestly. Just the truth. I would be focused on building a buzz. They're looking so much. I would just be focused on building the buzz. You might go to certain things and ask around and start to know of some. So you reach out. That's cool. But nah, bro. If they're picking up steam, you need to be focused on increasing that steam and maybe getting a little PR situation going. And the A&Rs will notice when the PR situation starts to pop. Low key, you should collab with Dead End Hip Hop. Have you heard of this channel? Y'all will make phenomenal discussions. I don't know, man. Go tell Dead End Hip Hop that we should collab then, and maybe it'll happen. I haven't heard of them, I don't think, but it sounds familiar at the same time. Let me YouTube Dead End Hip Hop, see what pops up. See what you talking about, bruh. Dead End Hip Hop. 5 guys. Oh, these dudes, these brothers right here, bro. They look like they wise as hell, bro. I don't know, dog. They look like they might be. They look like I'll just be in the room listening. Like they're gonna drop some knowledge. That'll be dope. I would probably talk to them. I could just look at them and still seem like it's a good conversation talking to them. I'm willing to invest, but what are we talking about? I just got on. Willing to invest? Danny O Productions. I was talking about Brandman Network. That was probably way back then. Mox is what, Superphone? Oh man. Superphone is go watch my Ryan Leslie interview. Look up Superphone, of course, yourself as well. But it's a technology that Ryan Leslie started, and essentially it allows you to get far greater connection with your fans. And as a matter of fact, this will be perfect for you because I know you have legitimate fans. You play games with them and all that kind of stuff. So Superphone is something you can utilize where you actually get their phone number, and you got to remember the read rates. Like that's one of the last miles of like personal contact. Even today, right? We still rather push people to Instagram than give them our phone number. The phone number is precious. It is precious. So you know you're going to have higher read rates. And when you send out an email, if people like you, like I have some emails I send, it might be 50%. That's way higher than what my Instagram likes look like. You know, if you're sending quality stuff and you're not bothering people all the time, then I got some at 20%. But somebody gets a text message, how much more likely are you to get a text, read your text messages versus all of your emails versus look through all of the Instagram likes if you have a lot of likes? So for one, you can build a better connection because you know they're going to see it, and you can send them things, right? You can either send them like, hey, here's this exclusive video for you, or here's this exclusive event. Like Rory used Superphone, I believe, early on, if y'all know who Rory is, and he'll be like, yo, I got this party in the woods going on, and his fans will come out into the woods, check them out. And you know, so it's a secret event. Ryan Leslie had, you can use Superphone to actually reach out to your most loyal fans. I'm sure there's integration or something like that involved, but like actually keep in contact with your most relevant fans. And like, if you go to Ryan Leslie and be like, yo, man, I'm your number one fan, he could be like, nah, bro, actually you're like my 51st fan or something like that, right? So it's great from that perspective, and fan engagement, actually having a direct contact with them. Like Ryan, you're literally for real getting rid of all these middlemen. Ryan was able to make like $2 million off of just the phone. Don't need to do YouTube or anything like that. But we can get deeper on that in another time. Influencer marketing versus Instagram paid ads. Both of them are valuable. It's just all about how you use it. It's context is everything, bro. But influencer marketing, particularly on Instagram, is getting less and less impactful. I'll say that. We'll have some greater discussions in some of our private groups, but it's definitely getting harder and harder because Instagram is making organic traffic harder for everybody. So paid ads is becoming something you need to get better at, which is why I'm dropping my Instagram ad course probably in about 2 months. That's on the roadmap. You know, I know. Back in January, I said January 31st, I dropped a video talking about my goals for this year. Two big products that I was going to drop. Number one, we got Brandman Network out the way. Now we got another big one coming. But really, like, I'm excited about all this stuff that's going on right now because it's going to actually allow me to give the people who are in with it way more value, man. Way more value, because I can only do this so much. But through this channel, as far as like really understanding the nuances of your personal situation. Can I still build a fan base if you don't got music release yet? Yeah, man. Cardi B built her fan base before she had any fans. Like, people have to realize, people act like this. People either are not observing, or haven't realized, or you might just be too young to have noticed it. But you can go back years and years and see people who are actors, singers, dancers, and popular at all of these things at one time. You can do multiple of these things. However, once again, it typically starts popping at one thing and then you can transfer to another thing. It's not really this huge stigma from a fan base perspective of keeping you in one box. A lot of times when it comes to, like, okay, musically, just your music, yes, or just your types of movies, maybe, yes, you might get typecasted. But when we talk about going from like funny to music to some other medium or form of expression, it can be done. It can be done because it's been done so many times. Will Smith was a rapper, then an actor. I can go. There were actors. Eddie Murphy dropped music. He was a comedian, became a movie star. You know what I mean? The Wave Man, how you say that? How do y'all get those boxes around y'all names? Are y'all somebody special that I should know about, man? I've seen a few people with that around their name. Mm-mm. Hey, Brandman, I am an artist that uses United Masters, and I love it. That's great, bro. Look, at the end of the day, I'm all about use what works for you and do what works for you. Like, I don't believe everybody should be independent in this full entrepreneurial sense, because I don't believe every person is an entrepreneur. Like, that's not the quality. Like, even if you have the skill set, people have their own preferences in the quality of life that they want. So of course I encourage independence. I'm all about independence and ownership as an individual myself, and I want to push that message because I want people to truly consider the option and have the courage to take that next step and consider it, and maybe experience enough of it to at least know if they prefer the other route. But if you don't at least get that taste because you're scared or don't understand the option and power that comes with it, then a lot of times people are selling themselves short. But and bringing that back to United Masters, I kind of went off on my soapbox, but United Masters, DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby, like all these things have their own pros and cons. At the end of the day, use whichever one, works for you. People are going to have their complaints about one or the other. Let me see. Do you get the responses when people respond? I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. Moxus, we got to double back and explain that. Maybe I catch it in another text. I'm really determined, but it keeps getting received wrong. Your determination? Like my smart promo shirt, but they wouldn't even listen. How do you get these people to listen without scaring them away with my assertiveness? I got it. Oh man, Coupe de Trio actually did the smart promo shirt as well. All right, so something that I talk about, and it's one of those free materials that's now going to be transferred into the Brandman network, is there's a certain way to go about asking people to listen to your music or experience your shirts or things like that in person, right? You have to come with a level of empathy. You're invading people's space, right? So for one, starting with, hey, can I have X amount of time? Make that shit short. That's why a lot of people say, hey, do you have a minute? Do you have a minute? Do you have a minute? Because it already sounds like a lower commitment. So give people a sense of not a strong commitment when you even approach them in the first place. And then also show humility and come from a standpoint of, hey, like something really dope. I've been working on it. If you don't like it, let me know. I just need feedback or something like that, versus this is super dope, you got to love it, or because people don't want to give bad feedback either. So it's uncomfortable when you're the person that I don't already know. And then on top of that, you're giving me this thing that you created, and you might be sensitive about how I approach it. So it's all on you to make people feel better. Rory was one of the most underrated artists ever. It was interesting to watch his rise, man, because he went to Tucker, and they were like I was out of school at that time, but that was like my school's, one of our rival schools, growing up. And so I got to see him earlier on. And yeah, it was definitely a dope way how Love Renaissance dropped and presented him on the scene. I like the way they move, man. They have a great way of going about things. And it's 5 dudes, man. So we talk about team so much. I'm gonna ask one of them about this, but we talk about team so much, bro. They got 5 guys, and they've been able to go to the level that they are at, and still be together as 5 guys. It's hard. I think the answer is probably actually giving people their own domain to run because they're in different areas. But like most teams don't last just off of dynamic alone. When shit starts happening, it's hard. But and also if you don't make money after a certain point, it's hard because people can't live. So people got to have side jobs and things like that. People don't take to account, like, we got to get to the money if we want to keep the team together a lot of times. What do you do when you have no local scene? I feel like it's impossible to build buzz on the internet nowadays. I'm glad you asked, sir, because this is one of the reasons that Brandman Network was created. How do you find people? How do you have a scene? How do you know who is serious about things? And even on the scene in Atlanta, for example, there's a lot of people who aren't serious, or they want to go and they just hoping to get found and picked out of obscurity, but they aren't serious and really pushing. So the whole goal is really to, over time, build that environment of quality people, build an internet scene in the same way you see a lot of people come up off of Kanye and things like that, right? That's part of the mindset, just part of it. I'm not going to go too deeper into that, but the people who've seen the welcome video know what I'm talking about. I know a lot of people. How can I convert them into a fan without being selfish? I don't know. It's probably going to be hard because if you know them, I wouldn't even start there because you know them and they don't know you as like, I'm your fan. They know you as in they know you. I would focus on finding people you don't know and getting objective opinions to call you a fan. How do you build an email list? Boom, blocker, bruh. That's a loaded ass question, dog. You got to get attention and make whatever you have to exchange value somehow. Let's keep it that simple for now. There has to be some value exchange for getting their email, unless you're just going to rip it and steal emails from an email list or scraping profiles or something like that. Hey, Brandman, I am an artist. Oh, wait, what? I already saw that. Bro, did Zenus repeat? Zenus, did you repeat that I'm an artist at United Masters and I love it? Because if so, now you spamming. Quit spamming. Busy Works, yo, what's good, bro? That's big, man. I feel like, I don't know, man. Like I got knighted or something. That's dope. Let me see. Bro, we gotta make that interview happen soon if you're still on here, dog. .com. That's funny. Hey, appreciate that, bro. You are a real one. Hey, when I talk to you, I gotta tell you something, bro. You actually helped get my mind right on something. You weren't even giving me no inspirational message, but you just said something that just clicked with me, and it was impactful. I beef with Futuristic and beef with Quedek. They both helped me grow so much. You beef with Futuristic? Why did you beef with Futuristic, bro? You look like you can. Wait, you look like you can Jason Derulo. I look like Jason Derulo? Is that what you're saying? I'm a legend. How do I get you a legend? What? What are you talking about, man? I'm a new R&B singer from New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey, South 13th Street, where my people from. I want to sign up to Songbook. I don't know anything about Songbooks. So I can't give you any info. Does the email list method still work? Yes, it does still work. And I'll just say it like this. At the very least, and I sent this on my email list, you have to consider the fact that Instagram is suppressing your views. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of these social media platforms at some point suppress organic views, right? For one reason or another, even if they're just testing the new algorithm and things like that, they have control of that. And a lot of these pages, a lot of you guys' pages are not even getting 1% likes or 1% getting seen by 10% of your audience. So if you send an email to 100 people and 20 people open it, you're already on par with all the social network people who are seeing you. You got to think about it that way. Think about the numbers because it's really about attention. So working, I don't know what you mean by work, what your KPI is, but at the end of the day, you have to judge based off of the result. And if the result is simply attention, in this case, if you have a higher percentage of people opening your emails than open your Instagram, then yes. And if you have people emails, man, you can do so much, bro. I'll leave it at that. What are y'all talking about? You should try and build your own platform that can stay consistent. Moses, I'm just finishing up a video. How do you or Brandman feel about platforms that other than WorldStar? WorldStar is kind of out of my artist budget. Yeah, man, build your own platform, Scotty. I'm with Moxes. In most cases, especially if you don't have the money, and if you decide to use something like WorldStar, make sure you got the money to not just post one video. You need to be posting there again and again. I'm from Sierra Leone. Appreciate it, Jane. That's dope. Now I can say I know somebody from Sierra Leone. Hey, Brandman, stop ignoring my question. This is the first time I seen a comment of yours, man. I don't even know what your question is. Something strange happened the other day. I woke up like to 2 likes on my IG post from you, and we don't even follow each other. Bro, I be liking a lot of people's pictures, dog. Sometimes I just see stuff. I don't overthink it. People be asking me, like, hey, like, did you really like my page? Sometimes I just be liking shit but don't be overthinking it. And then sometimes I be testing platforms and softwares and all that stuff. I use my platform as like a little experiment for me to utilize in other places. What do you think about investing in major artists for promo? I think that should be a secondary plan. Yeah, secondary. I'll say that. But I don't know what you mean by major promo either. So I'm big on context. It may sound like a cop out, but it's just the reality. Like, what are they promoting? What would they be saying? What's the track? Which artists are pushing it? At the end of the day, there are a lot of big artists that give shout outs to other artists and to younger artists, and it gives them a nice little boost. It's something that a lot of labels or other groups of connections do. It's like, hey, this artist is new, and then they get all these other artists that know them or they're connected to shout them out so they can at least get some initial attention from fans. A lot of people like to call those people industry plants. I just call those the haves and the have-nots, people who have a little bit more connections. Jared, bro, I'm willing to invest lots of money, everything I have to build a fan base, but don't know where to start. Bro, first of all, I thought you were supposed to be asleep. Didn't you just say goodnight like 5 minutes ago? Project Pat wants me to do a paid feature. He wants to pay you. Well, no, I'm assuming he wants you to pay. I mean, I don't know how. Depends on how relevant that is to the fan base that you want, man. Like, would that even be the people that make sense to talk to you? Because it really only makes sense to talk to people in your lane. Is there a way for UK artists to appeal to an American audience? Yeah, man. People have done that plenty of time and time again, man. There's so many UK artists that are big and have popped over in America. I appreciate it, bro. Barry Jared. Let me see. All right, Johnny Sci-Fi. I think you were the person who said I missed your question before. I have a song that's a year old. The video isn't the best, but my biggest feature is my second most viewed video. This is before I met you. Should I keep dropping or restart my marketing for the track? I would. If you have more resources at play and things like that, I would probably say restart my marketing, maybe include improve the quality and all that stuff. I don't know what the numbers exactly look like, but generally speaking, I would say either do that or keep your marketing going, but still hold that track as down the line. At some point, I'm going to revisit this and give me a better push. All you need is 1,000 true fans on your YouTube channel, Instagram, etc. Hey, yeah. Now you got to remember, true fans is different. You know what I mean? Like, true fans is a whole nother level than just, followers and all that. That's the part that people have a hard trouble with. Jordan T, you from Darras? What's Darras? Do I know anything about the agency planetary group? Nah, I don't know that. Never heard of them. But so that doesn't mean anything good or bad. I just don't have anything to say. All right, 2 more questions, random questions or comments. Let's see what comes to mind. Dagger. Some people think I have a very brash approach when they want to negotiate, and I tell them. And some people say I'm an asshole. Should I work on bettering my finesse with closing or keep it how I am? Well, I think the answer is in your results. Are you getting the results that you want? That should be your inspiration. And I can also say if people think you're an asshole, even if your results are showing well now, in the long run, probably not going to show up too well because people will let you win, but then they might feel resentment towards you, right? Or they might only be working with you because you're hot right now or you seem like a good opportunity. But once they don't have to work with you, why would I choose to work with somebody I think is an asshole? That's not fun. Can I pay you to interview me? I'm an artist. Nah, bro. I don't do paid interviews. I do not. You know what I mean? Like people who think, oh man, like people who say stuff like, oh, they think I got paid to do some video. Wrong as hell. People who are asking me to pay to interview them. No, it's not gonna happen. The reason I do interviews, generally speaking, is when I think there's something that I personally see that is valuable for the audience, or there's some curiosity. It's usually a lot more organic. And I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm asking other people for an interview versus they say, hey, can you interview me? And even though they say, hey, can you interview me? My first answer is going to be no. Because I need time to be able to soak in whatever they have to offer and make sure it's going to be valuable. Not a promo opportunity is valuable for the audience and the channel. That's the way I've been carrying it thus far. You know, I ain't gonna act like somebody offered me $1 million for an interview. I'm gonna be like, nah, bro, never. I might consider that. You know what I mean? I'll take the meal and I give everybody on the channel $1. Yaba said, IG definitely blocks views. I'll refresh my page and lose views. Lose views? That's interesting. It's one thing to lose followers, but to lose views. Explain the 80-20 theory. All right, Boom Blocker. The 80-20 theory is simply this, bro. Spending your energy on the things that bring the biggest results. And I've had to do that time and time again in my life, right? A lot of times people are spending 80% of their time on things that might be bringing 80% of the problems. Instead, if you could try to put 100% of that energy into that 20%, then you're really winning. That's my interpretation of it. The exact origin, I'm not going to act like I know it, but that's how I carry it out. Like constantly cutting off the things that aren't reaping the most benefits. And I'm going to find one more question and we out of here. How should an artist and producer split royalties? That's 100% between the artist and producer. That's all I can say about that. Like, if you have, like, how much work went into the song? Like, how much did you come up with? If I did 90% of the work, if I feel like that, then I want 90% of the royalties. It's simple as that. But it's best to just. That's why you have some relationships where they work so well because they say, no matter what, when we work together, we're going 50-50 it, or we're going 30-30 it. Like the Migos, I believe they 33. Like they split theirs evenly. However the numbers work, but they pretty much, from what I've heard in their interviews and stuff, it seems like they just split it evenly. Don't think about it. That's a personal thing though. Jordan T, Dare Us is my YouTube channel, 500K. How do we go from funny YouTubers to actual artists taken seriously? Have you ever reached out to, were you in my live last time? I don't know. Look, man, Jordan T, bro, you gotta look, first of all, you need to be the Brandman network, you know. But if outside of that, you'd have to reach out to me for a consultation, which would be far more expensive than being in the Brandman network. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. The game's changed. Look at what's done change. How should a new artist flip the investment from their respective record labels? Yeah, if you got a record label and you got investments, you got money to invest, you probably should be reinvesting it in yourself, whatever is working. You have your own system that's probably going to be continuing to get visibility with the right fans and working that strategy. But then some people might go a Nipsey Hussle route, right? And I'm going to build my business and create sustainability outside of the music, so I don't have to continuously rely on music. So I'm going to build a machine that's going to give me more money, so I can continue to use some of the money I make on music. I mean, there's different things. There's different things. But hey, bro, I'm out. Y'all be good. Went over just a little bit. Actually, seemed like a lot of it, but y'all be good, man. If y'all have any other questions, hopefully if I do another live, we can make it happen then. Brandman, how much for a consultation? Right now it's $100 an hour. It will be $300 an hour by the time, whenever I remember to go on my website and change it. On the other hand, the Brandman Network is $19.97 a month right now, and you probably can get a lot of the same value, and it'll be an ongoing relationship. So you damn near got paying from one consultation. We could probably talk 4 or 5 times at least over 10 months, because shit's gonna change. You need to. That's why it's something monthly and it's more of a membership model, right? Because if you've gone through this, you know when everything happens, there's new information, new opportunities that arise, and you need guidance. The winning that happens, right? I don't know if you guys know anything about football, but it's the audibles that a lot of times win the championships, right? We had a play that we called from the sidelines. We got in the huddle. We said we're going to run this. But then when we got up to the line and saw how the defense lined up, we said, oh, snap. We need to call an audible. We need to make a change because there's new things at play. And that's why it's more valuable to be in constant contact and build relationships over time. That's what I'm trying to do with this network right here. All right, bro. Y'all be good. I'm out of here. Amani, son, I need info on where to sign up. Brandmannetwork.com. Wow. Can you get a yearly membership? Scotty Summer, I'm working on that. Brandmannetwork.com. Brandmannetwork.com. Email me if y'all have any questions at brandmannetwork@gmail.com. Specific to Brandman Network. I'm not about to answer any like, how do I build my fan base questions or anything like that. If any randos happen to get into this chat and they are still watching at this point, if you like this video, go ahead, hit the like button. If you like, you might as well share. And if you're not, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button.